Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a new episode in my weekly playlist series. It's Friday, so it's time for me to let you guys know about the games I've been playing during the week, let you guys know my thoughts and opinions on the games, whether you guys should check them out or not. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about the games I share with you today, as well as I want to hear about the games you guys are playing, as that gives me ideas of games to check out. You guys have been awesome sharing every week with me the games you play. You guys have made me interested in a lot of games from hearing about the games you play, so keep those coming. If you guys also have any suggestions of a game you think I should check out, let me know. I do appreciate the suggestions you guys suggest for me, as I have a nice growing list of games to eventually play. Now today is a very special episode, as this is now my 150th episode in my weekly playlist series. 150 weeks of me playing games and sharing them with you guys, and this series has been a fantastic journey for me. I've had a lot of fun doing this the last few years. I've played a lot of games. You guys have shared a lot of games with me, and I've had a lot of fun with this series. I'm really glad that I started adding actual gameplay footage into this series, because when I started it, I did not. But I feel that it really adds by showing you guys actual gameplay and me talking about it, so you guys get an idea of the games I'm playing without me just holding up the case and talking about it. And I know I've had a lot of people reach out to me and said that they liked the new format that I had done to this series by adding in actual gameplay. So I want to thank everybody for your continued support of this series. It's so awesome that we are at 150 of these, and I really appreciate all your guys' support. I do apologize that we didn't have a episode last week. I was just way too busy with work, putting in overtime, that I really didn't game at all. And I've been actually kind of busy this week as well. But I did manage to squeeze in some time to play one game for Xbox One. And it's been a year since I played this game, because I beat it back in last October, and that was the Alan Wake Remastered that was released for Xbox One. It's also for Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5, and the PC. Now this is a remake, well, not remake, a remastered version of the original Alan Wake that was exclusive to Xbox 360, and that game was really fantastic. So when I saw they were doing a remastered version, I had to pre-order this, picked it up on day one, and went through and beat it last year. Fantastic game. Highly recommend it. So let's take a look at the remastered version of Alan Wake. Alright guys, we're playing Alan Wake, the remastered version that was released for the Xbox One and Xbox Series consoles, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. A really good game and a wonderful remaster of the original Xbox 360 exclusive Alan Wake game. Now, I have beat Alan Wake on the Xbox 360 a few different times, including on the hardest difficulty, which is the Nightmare mode. Very difficult to do that. I also was able to get the DLC for free for the Xbox 360 version that now charges for it, and adds 2 new episodes that continue the story, which is awesome. What's really cool though about this remastered version is it has obviously remastered visuals and sound and everything, but it also gives you both of the 2 DLCs for free. And I had a lot of fun beating this remastered version, but I have not beat it on the Nightmare difficulty mode for the remastered version, and so that's why I decided I wanted to start doing this week and go through and beat it on the Nightmare difficulty. And so I'm going to show you guys some of the gameplay. So in this game, you play as Alan Wake, who is a writer. He goes with his wife, Alice, to Bright Falls for a little retreat to get away from life. Everything's been difficult. And his wife ends up getting abducted, and he has to go through a nightmarish hell to try to rescue his wife. And then he finds that he is in like a nightmare world, in like a horror story. And supposedly he's the one who wrote it, and he starts finding these manuscript pages, and so that's where the story starts at. So let's check it out.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside of logic, and there's little fun to be had in explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story, the victim keeps asking why, but there can be no explanation, and there shouldn't be one. The unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettled me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there. I'd seen the hitchhiker too late. He was dead. I was convinced they'd put me in jail and I would never see Alice again. Suddenly, his body was gone. I was in shock from the crash. I could hardly stay on my feet.
So at the beginning of the game, it gives you a little tutorial of how to play the game and give you the basic mechanics.
I had to go to the lighthouse. I knew there was something important waiting for me there.
So there are some collectibles for you guys to find in the game. There's manuscript pages, and there are also coffee thermoses to find. But there are a few collectibles that you can only find when you play through the game a second time on the Nightmare difficulty, which you have to unlock. And so now I'm playing...
Collapsed. I'd have to find another way to the lighthouse.
On the Nightmare difficulty, I can actually find the missing collectibles that I need to get. They also added a few in the remastered version, which is really cool.
You don't even recognize me, do you, Ryder? You think you're God? You think you can just make us stuff? Play with people's lives and kill them? You think it adds to the drama? You're in this story now, and I'll make you suffer. You missed your deadline! Damn. You can't stop me!
So it's definitely key sometimes to get good with the timing to dodge their attacks.
I realized that the hitchhiker was a character from the story I'd been working on.
So it's very key to master the dodge ability, especially playing on the Nightmare difficulty setting.
To die by the hands of your own creation.
Stop! No! Damn it, die! No! No! No!
I was trapped. There was no way out.
Die, 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 die.
The cabin was a death trap. I had to get out.
Follow the light. You are hurt. You should go into the light. You are only safe there. Well done. I have something important to tell you. It goes like this. For he did not know that beyond the lake he called home lies a deeper, darker ocean green, where waves are both wilder and more serene. To its ports I've been. To its ports I've been. Do you understand?
No.
Follow my light. I entered your dream to teach you. The darkness is dangerous. It's sleeping now. But it feels you coming, it will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing. The hitchhiker has been taken over by the dark presence. You can't hurt him now. The darkness protects him from all harm. Only light can drive the darkness away and make him vulnerable again. Here, take the light. Turn your flashlight toward him and burn the darkness away.
So the darkness creates these creatures that have a shroud of darkness on them, and in order to kill them, you actually have to burn it off. But you need light to do.
You did it. Now the darkness no longer protects him, but it's still inside, controlling him. He can't be saved. He's still a threat. He is still your enemy. Here, take the gun.
Now you'll die.
Good. You've done well. Remember what I've taught you. That is all. I will give you back your dream now.
In the nightmare, a terrible darkness was taking over the world. The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
You made me this way, and now I'm gonna kill you.
And so you can boost your beam with your flashlight, but it'll drain your batteries. And if it's completely drained, you'll have to put in fresh batteries unless you want to wait for them to recharge. And so you have to keep track of your battery meter up there on that flashlight, because it can drain pretty quickly, especially playing on this nightmare difficulty.
This is it, witch.
But sometimes it's better to just run. You have to know when to run and when to fight, because when you make it to a light source, you are in a safe area, and the game will also save for you, and sometimes you'll find collectible ammo and stuff. It also will serve as your checkpoint. And you can take damage, and your health will regenerate, but only if you are in the light.
You're dead, just like...
And it's really cool is that's a flare gun weapon. There's also flares and stuff you can find that you can then use. There's different handguns, shotguns, rifles. So you do have a variety of weapons at your disposal to dispatch the darkness.
I can keep this up.
Baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine. You dozed off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Cheer up, handsome. We're here.
Alright guys, so I just wanted to give you guys a little taste of Alan Wake. I didn't want to ruin any of the story for you guys, but that's just the little opening segment there to get you a little tutorial, how to play the game, and introduce you to what kind of a game you're going to run into. A very awesome horror game. You know, we're in the month of October, Halloween's coming up here in a few weeks, and it's a perfect time to play this game. If you've never played or experienced Alan Wake before, highly recommend you pick up either the original Xbox 360 version, as it is backwards compatible, or pick up the new remastered Alan Wake version released for the Xbox One, PS4, the Series, and PS5 consoles. It's a great game. Highly recommend you guys play it. There's a great story. The game's broken up into different episodes, and then once you beat an episode and you start a new episode, it'll actually do a recap of what happened previous, which is really cool. Kind of like, makes it kind of like you're playing like a TV show. But a really good game that I highly recommend you guys check out. Hope you guys enjoyed that look here at Alan Wake, the remastered version. Such a fantastic game. And I can't believe that it's been a year already that this remastered version was released, because it was released back, I think it was October 5th or something last year. And I bought it then and went through and beat it, but I have not picked it up since then. And since we're back here a year later, we're in October, it's that scary time of month, I wanted to finally go back and beat this on the Nightmare difficulty setting, as it really ramps up the difficulty. I really love the story in this game. It's fantastic. I love that it includes both DLCs. fantastic voice acting, lighting, everything in this game is great, and I highly recommend picking up the remastered version or the original Xbox 360 version. I really love the concept of the darkness and the Taken, which is what the enemies are called, where it puts a shroud of darkness on the enemies, and you actually have to burn it off with light before you can then use your weapons to dispatch them. You know, it's just really cool for a horror game, and has a very unique premise to it. Definitely suggest you guys pick up a copy and check it out. I'm hoping to have this beat by the end of the month, and so I'm going to continue my work on it. I did want to correct one thing I did say earlier when I filmed a video showing you guys the gameplay of this. I had mentioned in that video that they added new collectibles in the remastered version, but I was wrong. They actually did not. They're the same collectibles that were in the original version, so I did want to correct that part. I noticed when I was checking it out, I said there was new collectibles, but there are not. They're the same that were in the regular version. Definitely think you guys should check out Alan Wake Remastered. Let me know your guys' thoughts on if you've played it before. Let me know what games you guys are currently playing, and if you guys have any suggestions on a game you think I should check out, let me know. Also, again, one more time, thank you guys so much for supporting my channel over the years and for supporting this series. Can't believe we made it to 150 episodes already, and I'm looking forward to continuing this series, playing and experiencing new games, and getting some great suggestions from you guys. I want to thank you for watching. Take care. You guys have an amazing day, and Sleepy will see ya next time.